Hey there, creative souls, welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting day because we're diving headfirst into the second part of making the cover art for Heaven's Equal Volume 1. If you don't know me, my name's Tycho, I'm an artist and an author, and I'm stoked to share my process with you, so grab your artistic gear and let's get started. Alright, so before we jump into the nitty-gritty, let's take a quick look at what we're working with. We are about halfway through this process, or a little bit over halfway through this process. If you haven't seen the previous video, I'll go ahead and link that in the cards in the upper corner of the video for you to go check out. So while you're doing that, or after you've done that, pop back over here, and this is kind of where we're at. Some of the stuff has been rendered. Most of it is done, save for some major areas like Sean and some of the little detail items, as well as all of the special effects and lighting. On the cover, we've got Sean and Wukong having a casual lunch break at the Trippy Taco, a pivotal location in my webcomics story. I want this scene to capture their personalities and the essence of their dynamic, and that's really done not only through the poses and the expressions and all the things that we know convey what's going on, but to some extent also the little details as well. I start in this particular video by rendering Sean's skin. That was just like the major thing that I needed to get through. I typically start with skin, but in this particular case I had started somewhere else because I wanted to make sure the background was as good as I could possibly get it before I moved on to things that I was more comfortable with. I've started with Sean's skin tone using a carefully chosen palette that reflects the comic's overall mood. And if you have read Heaven's Equal, you know that the comic is actually mostly in black and white. I don't actually render skin or have any other colors other than the three main colors of yellow, blue, and red in the comic anywhere. And as the comic continues, more and more colors will eventually show up. So I hope to use these illustrations and the cover art to give readers a little bit of insight of what the world actually looks like, rather than what it's perceived to be like, if that makes sense. Heaven's Equal takes place in a world where the grayness, I guess, of demon affliction has tainted everything. And so it's just sad. The world isn't colorful anymore because people are suffering, and that suffering is really pervasive. It gets into everything. And as the comic goes on, that suffering starts to get better and better and less as Sean starts to do good work and convert demons away from their demonism and back and into restoring their humanity. So as we deal with that, and as the comic goes on, slowly brighter colors are introduced. I still did want to make it clear to people, though, as they read the comic, that yes, there is color, you just don't see it on the inside, and I'm sure everyone was really curious as to what the Trippy Taco uniforms looked like, so of course I had to draw them. Now, let's talk about the Trippy Taco background. By adding some special effects like subtle light beams and also going in and softening the line art, I attempt to enhance the overall ambiance of the scene. And I know it's like really subtle in some cases, but it really is amazing how a few well-placed touches can completely transform the atmosphere of an illustration. When I do finally get around to the finishing touches, I always finish with a couple of fun highlights to eyes especially, as well as just making sure the text is in the right place and that everything looks cohesive. It's all about creating a focal point and then guiding the viewer's eye to where I want them to go. In this particular case, the expressions, the way that the characters are engaging with each other, is the most important spot besides the text. Okay, but can we just talk about for a second how glossy that wonton soup looks, though? I'm actually really proud of that. I really do love my soup. It looks so good. After working on a comic like this for as long as I was, it's really satisfying to see the first 5 chapters come together and effectively be bound in this really nice looking cover. It brings kind of an officialness to the work that I've done, and the pages are no longer just these digital things that are on the internet for people to read. There's actually a physical book that I can hold and I can say, yeah, I did that, I made that. And there you have it. From rendering the skin to finally the smallest details and special effects, effectively we've transformed a blank canvas from start to finish into the final cover. It's been a journey, if you get what I'm saying, and I'm really beyond thrilled with how this has turned out. As always, thank you for watching my videos. If you like the content, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss any future content, and give the video a like to let people know what you think. Stay creative, stay weird, and I'll see you next time.